in a mood today, in a very good mood. I just wanted to take a minute to talk about some things. We'll see how long that lasts with my children. But yesterday I had a lot of feelings coming up. A lot of feelings. I had a really good day, like a smack full of like joy, and like it was amazing, right? And then like 4 o'clock rolls around, a little bit later than that, I just like felt like this wave of just like shame and like all this weird stuff and like sadness and like loneliness. And then it was really weird because yesterday was International Women's Day. I didn't even realize it. And I just felt like there was just a lot of things coming up about just shame and guilt and all this weird stuff, right? And I was like, what is happening? I had such a good day. Then today I woke up and a lot of introspective thoughts, first wake up in the morning. So just woke up with a lot of like introspective thoughts, right? Not fun. And so one of them was just like a lot of shame around being too strong in a lot of my relationships. I was blamed a lot for too much masculine energy, right? Felt like a lot of the time I had to be like wear the pants in a lot of situations, and I don't know, it just didn't bring up a lot of good stuff. I even had one tell me one time I should be a lesbian because I just was so strong, and he was like, maybe you should just, be with that, because I'm like, are you kidding? Okay, hey.
You won't be with me.
You can't be in this video, baby. Then one time I also was blamed because I'm like, they're like, you're showing too much, but they didn't really care when we were dating. But then, things flipped soon as I got married, and some of those real feelings came out, and I just had a lot of shame, especially because of and I might get blamed for this, I'm still a Christian, I still love Jesus, but I'm sorry, there are some things in that circle that I don't agree with. A lot of things that I feel like are made to control and condense women and like take them, kind of bog them down, and I'm sorry. I just don't agree. And I have suppressed a lot of myself because I am such a free spirit. I love to dance. Okay. I'm a very free spirit. I love to dance. I love to be an artist. I love to be very expressive with myself. And I've had to harbor a lot of that because I've also been told that I'm too much. I laugh too much. I laugh too loud. If I'm too happy, I'm too happy. If I'm this, I'm this. And I've just found, and I love native culture. I'm very different. And so I feel like in a lot of my relationships, they don't know how to deal with how different I am. They love how free-spirited I am, but then they try to contain the wilds, and they're like, no. And it's so funny because it's like I'm not out there being, oh dear, wild in that way. It's just wild of like laughing, joyous, my nature of just dancing, being a free spirit, And I am finding, so, like I even had my last relationship, they just didn't want me even to like do yoga, things like that. They're like, you can do it by yourself in the family room. I don't really want you to do it out in public. I don't want you to, And so I'm just finding that, and this is not discredited against men, okay? I want them to be in their full masculine energy. I want them to be in their full selves. I think that it's very amazing when they can take their strengths and grow in them. But I do think it's weakness when they let their ego get away and then they try to suppress their woman partner in order to control a situation to make themselves feel still like the man. Because there's something going on in their insecurities that's like, I don't feel like a man right now, so I need you to chill out so I can be bigger and you be smaller so I can have more and feel better about myself. I'm just realizing that a lot of those suppressed feelings and emotions and questions that I've had about myself are things that I actually really have needed as a single mom and as a person on my own, you know, and I'm obviously, like, there will come a time where there needs to be balance, but until I feel safe in that space where I feel I can actually trust someone to back off, you know, if I wouldn't have stepped up in the relationship that I was in and took some steps that other people might have said was too strong, you know, I got blamed a lot by a few different people in my life that, you know, have also been in the Christian circles that are like, what did you do? You know, what did you do? You know, were you pleasing, submissive enough? Like, all these. I'm just saying, if I would have stepped up in that space when people had said different things, right, we would have been in a lot worse spot, me and my 2-year-old. And, you know, it's just interesting, different things that I have done myself down for out of fear that I won't be accepted, that I won't be in a good relationship, that I won't be Christian enough, that I won't be good enough in a relationship with someone, that I've literally dumbed myself down in order to keep peace and to be, you know, and I'm not saying you shouldn't change, you shouldn't be better, you shouldn't grow from things, but there's obviously things that people really are scared of, that want to keep you small in order to feel better about themselves. And it really just comes down to, do you love yourself enough? So I guess all I'm saying in short is be yourself and be your feminine self. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to take up yoga, take up yoga. That is what I am saying, and I'm saying that to myself to stay true to myself, because I didn't for a very long time. I've had a lot of shame around those things that I am breaking off of my life right now. And, you know, I am about to be the best version of myself, and it might scare a lot of people. They're probably saying I'm doing it for attention, because that's usually what happens. You know, I'm Esmeralda, okay? Just call me Esmeralda. Hunchback of Notre Dame, you know? They all blamed her for being too beautiful.
They all blamed her with the golly.
I know, they all blamed her. But guess what? It was never actually her fault. She was just trying to free people. Anyways, love you all. That is my chit chat for the day. See you later.